Bonjour, I'm Taylor Lautner. I hope you have a nice day. It's true, yes. They are best friends, and when Bella falls into this depression, it is Jacob's job to bring her out of that. So it was a challenge, but my relationship with Kristen definitely helped. I wouldn't say a lot. Most of our talking is through the director. There is a lot of studying of the book, which I guess you could call talking to Stephanie Meyer, because all of that came from her mind. But she is on set a lot, so if we have any kind of question about the character, she's right there. Yeah, I definitely would say so, because I had Jacob goes through a major transformation from Twilight to New Moon, physically, but most importantly, emotionally. So my goal was to bring both sides of Jacob to life. I mean, the funny thing is that during all that speculation, there wasn't even a director attached. So as soon as Chris Weitz was attached, I met with him and everything was fine. But all I did is I stayed focused on everything I could control and, you know, let all the outside stuff stay outside, and it all worked out for the best. Physically, obviously, it required a lot of time in the gym and working out. Also, a lot of eating. Very frequently, every 2 hours. But you know, like I said, I think the most important part was emotionally. So that was a matter of just diving into the books and studying the character over and over. Yeah, I did. When I was filming Twilight, actually, I had the opportunity to meet about 10 Quileute members, which was really cool. I really wanted to talk to the kids my age, just to find out what they like to do in their spare time, their hobbies, and what I learned was they were really just like me. They like playing basketball, they like going to the movies, stuff like that. It was, yeah. Not only was the process of putting it on annoying and, you know, it was itchy, but it also, it slowed down the filming process sometimes. Whenever it would get caught in my mouth or whenever it would get caught in my eye, we had to call cut and start over. So it was definitely a good day when I got to chop that thing off. Sometimes, but the fans really want to see. They're very picky. They want to see what was on the page in the books brought up to the screen. So that's really what we stayed true to. I did have the opportunity to do most of my own stunts, which was really exciting. It was challenging. I'd never ridden a dirt bike before, so I had to go through a lot of training. And yeah, the stunts was definitely, the physical aspect was one of my favorite parts for sure. Yeah, definitely, because on the day, we had no idea what the wolves were going to look like, so we were just trusting that they were going to look really cool. And when I saw the movie, I was thrilled. The wolves look amazing, and I can't wait for the fans to see them. It's really interesting because they scanned my eyes. So the wolf's eyes are my eyes. It says in the books, Bella always had this connection before she knew that Jacob was a wolf. She had a connection to his Jacob wolf through the eyes. So I think it's really cool that they were able to use my eyes for the wolves. I did have a lot more physical work to do, so that could definitely be one of the most challenging things. Also the weather. It's not different from Twilight. We always deal with weather issues. But in this film, I didn't have the opportunity to wear that much clothing, so it was pretty cold. It was. And Jacob can't look cold because he's 108 degrees, so it was tough. I definitely couldn't tell a difference between a woman director and a man director. Catherine did a wonderful job with Twilight, and Chris was amazing to work with. Not only is he an extremely talented director, but he's just a great guy in general. We were able to immediately connect to him, and it was a really wonderful experience. He did, and it was like 30 pages long. It was very, very nice. He's such a good guy. I've never had anything like that from a director before, so it was wonderful. It's kind of like a catch-22 because I mean, you feel more pressure because you really want to please the fans. But at the same time, you feel more comfortable because you know you have that kind of fan support behind you. When we were making Twilight, we had no idea what we were making. We thought we were just making a small film for some people to enjoy, but coming in New Moon, it's awesome to know that people are excited to see the movie we're making. There's a couple things. I think the biggest reason is anybody and everybody can relate to these characters. They can relate to their relationships with each other and the issues they're going through. Obviously not the fact that Edward is a vampire and Jacob's a werewolf, but I think that's a metaphor and that stands for something in everybody's lives. You know, being able to get over those issues and how those issues affect your relationships. And also the films are for everyone because they have everything in it. They're a romance, they have action, they, have suspense, it's a thriller, everything. So I think they're definitely movies for everyone. Yeah, the most important thing for us is to stay true to the books because that's exactly what the fans want to see. So I definitely think they'll be pleased when they see the movie. Chris did an amazing job. I don't know, we've had this conversation so many times on set. It's a tough call. If Jacob's with his pack, it'd be a good fight. It would be a good fight. I don't know, though. It was awesome to have the wolves now. Not only do we have the vampires, but we have the werewolves as well, and they're a fun group of guys. They bring a lot of energy to the set, so they were fun to have around. We all get along really, really well. We're lucky because if this cast wasn't as close as we are, it'd be tough making this series, but it's a major help that we're all really good friends. Kristen is extremely talented and extremely experienced, so it was awesome to work with her. And her and I actually we have a relationship very similar to Jacob and Bella's. We're very open with each other and honest. We can say anything to each other, so that really helped with the filming process. Rob, I actually had the opportunity to work with him most in Eclipse because I only had 2 scenes with him in New Moon. But he's very talented, and I'm very impressed by him. Yes and no. I mean, they both are really good guys. They are, and neither one of them would be a bad choice for Bella. So I don't think she can go wrong. It's just whether or not she wants to go hot or cold. Where do I stand? Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough decision. It goes back to what I just said, is that they're both good guys, but they're complete opposites. They are. They're very different. So I think it all depends on what kind of girl you are. I definitely am. Eclipse was my favorite book, so it was a lot of fun to make, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that final product. It's going to be very, very good. I have trust in David Slade.